energy blackmail, propaganda, espionage, bribery of politicians and voters. For years, the Kremlin has tried to keep Moldova in its orbit of influence. With the coming to power in 2020 of a pro-European government led by President Subdue, the vector of Moldova's movement changed to pro-Western. The full-scale war against Ukraine by Russia has strengthened Chisinau's desire to move further away from Moscow and closer to the European Union.
In Moldova, there is an understanding among politicians and among the population that, in fact, if Ukraine does not stand up to Putin, I mean, if it did not stand up, then it is clear that Putin would try to resolve the issue of Transnistria and Moldova next. Therefore, the majority of the population of Moldova and a significant part of the Moldovan politicians are interested in Ukraine defeating Russia, and so that, accordingly, more difficult times do not come to Moldova.
Having failed to seize the land corridor through the Odessa region to Russian-occupied Transnistria, the Kremlin is not abandoning attempts to undemand the situation in Moldova from the inside. Evidence of this is the rallies of pro-Russian politicians in the spring of this year, antennas and satellite dishes for civilians on the roof of the Russian embassy, discovered by the Moldovan Special Services. The head of the Security and Intelligence Service of Moldova stated that Russia has spent more than $54 million to destabilize the situation in his country since the second half of 2022.
The problem is that they influence here internally through their politicians, through their purchased media, through public opinion leaders. And this is where a huge amount of work lies ahead. Yes, some repressive measures are now being taken on the basis that it is a threat to national security. But as before, despite the fact that this battle is going on, the problem remains. The fact that people who are hooked by this Russian propaganda remain convinced that this is all true and correct, everything that the Moscow mouthpiece says.
Ilan Shor, a fugitive politician and businessman, remains one of the sponsors of pro-Russian movements in Moldova. The Shor party, which openly bribed protesters and used pro-Russian slogans, was previously declared unconstitutional. However, according to experts, the fugitive businessman still has active political projects.
He has several more parties affiliated to him, such as the Revival Party. He also made a special bet on the Chance Party. They actually played outside of any rules, then openly engaged in bribery. Despite the fact that Shor himself does not hide this in his video messages, he says, "Yes, I give out money. I give money to voters, yes. I give money to some mayors." And he says this openly, which in general is a violation of the law, and that is why they were not allowed to participate in the elections.
Another pro-Russian project, according to experts, is the Party of Socialists. It is headed by Igor Dodon. Although the party won 8 districts in the last local elections, it lost authority in 5 districts.
For now, the interior of some voters remains. The interior of politicians who parasite on the interior of voters. This is Dodon and Shor, who is hiding abroad. And of course, there is still some dependence on energy matters. And another thing that holds Moldova back is the problem of Transnistria. Still, the leadership of Moldova is not ready yet to take any drastic steps.
At the same time, the ruling pro-European Moldovan Party of Action and Solidarity won in 19 out of 32 districts in the elections of regional councils. This is 8 districts more than in the previous elections in 2019. Reported by Diana Kolesnik, Larissa Zubenko, UATV News.